Greetings, YouTube. It is no secret that this summoner that I've featured on my channel several times is not only obsessed, but a great supporter of the champion Morningstar. And I have had some historically hilarious and, dare I say, even embarrassing misses on my channel over the years. I have predicted things that were just laughably bad takes. Like, hey, everybody's putting down their ghost on defense, right? Best Alliance War defender in the game. But Morningstar is a champion I used to think, like, take her to rank 3, maybe rank 4. But now, I mean, I feel like as the game evolves, her utility evolves right with it. And I've said that more times than I can count, so I've said it at least 12 times. And this fight against the Grandmaster, this final Act 6 Grandmaster fight, is a perfect example of why Morningstar is incredible. So, we're going to watch this video, and we're going to see just some awesome gameplay. Now, there are some very unique counters to the Grandmaster that highlight certain champions that maybe you haven't thought about, such as X23. That is a good example. Now, this video is fairly pixelated. It came to me via Dropbox after I believe it was compressed. So you'll definitely not see the quality in it that I would prefer, but at the same time, the point is to showcase enough to at least see the utility involved. And one thing that really is apparent in this fight already is not only the lifesteal, but also the power control. Morningstar, in many ways, was made for this fight. So you can see, health still looks good. The damage isn't crazy high, but at the same time, it's still doing enough. And what I appreciate about fights like this is it's far from perfect. I mean, you saw him just take some hits. But the indestructible, unstoppable, I believe that Hella Heimdall synergy has really looked pretty clutch at this point, and extended the fight. Also extended some hits, and there we go. I knew that Dropbox eventually would sharpen. It just took a minute. Now I feel like we're watching an MCOC fight, not something stuck on like a 1995 VHS tape. And check out the lifesteal. I mean, Morningstar saves so many potions, revives, and ultimately units if you can fight with her well. And it's really just a rinse repeat of baiting that special one, going in for some combos, and then occasionally, look at that! Look at that crazy lifesteal! Oh my god, from the special one. I mean, that's nuts. How many other champions can do that? And so she's just going right along, looking literal competent. And the lifesteal now is still in effect. Now, you do see how crazy the block damage is. So in this fight, you want to make sure to parry minimally, and then use that window, as you can tell, to dash forward after dexing the special one final animation. And Morningstar's, speaking of special one, that lifesteal on it is just absolutely bonkers. You know, for a good while, people would say, Prof, why are you sleeping on Morningstar? And most of my answers were ignorance. I just didn't know how to fight with her. I hadn't used her much. And so, just as some of you in the Taskmaster community like to remind me that everybody's sleeping on Taskmaster. And I do feel like Taskmaster is the ultimate version of, like, look at those crits, by the way. 182,000, 117,000. So much about this fight is insane. And you gotta love that the special one of the Grandmaster takes enough time. It kind of reminds me of the slowness of evading the special 2 of Iron Man Infinity War, where you can just time out the dexes pretty fast. It's not like, for me, the hardest special to steal dex, and that is Korg's special one. I have so much respect and admiration for all of you out there who are watching this saying, oh, I'm so good at that. I never get clipped by that anymore. Because that is not me, and probably will never be me, to be honest. I also have to say that this summoner is really good at intercepting. And I applaud him for those skills as well. No fight in the Abyss or Act 6 is going to be easy. Or, for that matter, that fast. But it's pretty insane to think of the counters. And that lifesteal is so good. And the 117,000 crits are... I mean, this is, what, a rank 5 star? We're not talking about a rank 3 6 star here. And just continue to be patient. 1, 2, 3, charge in. Took some damage, but the lifesteal, get it back. Dex that special one. 1, 2, 3, dash forward. And wait for the lifesteal to come back on that special one, which he's ready to fire it off. Bait the heavy. Special one. That time gained an unstoppable. God, those crits are amazing. And now the lifesteal's back. Wow, look at all those crits. That's just bonkers. Seriously bonkers. I'm sure there's a better word for it than something I learned in like a Chuck E. Cheese in 1994. 2, 3, dash forward. The amount of revives, potions, units that this Morningstar is saving this summer is just insane. I mean, I know people who spent, they said like at least 1,000, if not 2,000 units worth of revives and potions, and I'm sure boosts just on this fight alone. All right, got clipped on that one. It happens. A literal blunder, but didn't take her down to even half health. And now the intercepts are returning life. Wow. Back up to 100% health and doing the 119,000 damage. This is the dream. I mean, seriously, how many champions can do this? And it's always nice to see an intercept that doesn't go perfectly, because that's how most of mine go. I'm like, hey man, I tried it. Nah, it didn't matter. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3, dash forward. Lifesteal. And still waiting on that special one. I love when you have a plan, though, that doesn't include having to even get pushed to a special 2. Special 1 landed. Unstoppable. Active. And speaking of special 2s, this is the first time we have seen this. And now that power gain is happening. And... uh-oh. We see the really, really cool special 3 animation of the Grandmaster. Looks like Super Mario in a way. So, yeah, that is the potential of Morningstar against the Grandmaster. Just bonkers. I know. I sound like I'm 80 when I use that word, and maybe I am. But what do you think about this fight? What do you think about Morningstar in general? Comment below, let me know. And as always, thanks for watching and supporting the Marvel Contest of Champions YouTube channel. And don't sleep on Morningstar. Don't be a prof hoff. Don't be an idiot.